Have you seen the video massive YouTuber promotes rip-off video games? No, what's that? It's about a YouTuber with 20 million subs promoting sketchy bootleg website that possibly has malware to his young audience. Man, what a crazy sell on this story. What? Why YouTubers promoting child marriage? What? What in tarnation is that? I'll take a peek here. This is the first I've heard of this story. Let's see what all this is about.
I have a series on my YouTube channel where I talk about and show off video games made by YouTubers. And while I was researching more games for my next upload in the series, I came across a YouTuber who has over 30 million subscribers between all of his YouTube channels. I found out that he's promoting games that are ripoffs of popular games like Minecraft, Among Us, and more, along with maybe giving your computer a virus for playing some of these games. So let's talk about how problematic that is, but first let's talk about the YouTuber in question. His channel's name is Unspeakable, real name Nathan. There are more members of the channel, but I'm not familiar with them. Whenever I come across gigantic channels like this that I've never heard of, I'm always surprised.
I was just about to say, isn't that weird? That's a channel with 14 million subs and I've never heard of them before. It is crazy how many massive channels there are that you will just never know about because of how big YouTube is as a whole. Back in the day, well, not even that long ago actually, when someone hits 10 million subs, you feel like that's just like a household name online, but now, there's, what's the number? I think it's up to like 2,000 channels with 10 million subs. Like, that's 10 million subs. Crazy.
Always reminds me of what a gigantic place YouTube really is. In this case, it all made sense once I saw his thumbnails. If you don't know him, on his most popular channel, he makes Mr. Beast types of videos. I'm not saying he's copying Mr. Beast or anything, I just don't know how else to describe his type of content. He also has side channels for things like gaming and reacting. I haven't seen his analytics, but in my opinion, it's very obvious his main demographic is children.
Disagreed. I love that stuff.
Mobile game, and he'd often just default to random noises.
That's shit for adults, baby.
If I am to catch up to you, I will.
Yeah. And then get him with the.
Other than that, he's very loud and kind of random.
My name is Unspeakable, and I like to eat microphones. I also like to grab this thing and do this.
Woo! Major Tobuscus vibes from this guy. I'm not saying all of Unspeakable's videos are bad, and I'm not here to critique his channel anyway, but I just want to get across that I feel that it's fair to say that his main demographic is probably children, which is fine.
Agree to disagree.
What he's doing as far as his videos go, I respect the hustle. This guy's probably more rich than I'll ever be. I would probably make the same stuff if I was guaranteed the same level of wealth. Anyway, I found his channel thanks to a fan who recommended I review his mobile game for a video, since that's what I typically do on my channel. So anyway, that's what I did. His game is called Chasecraft. It's really nothing special. The game is a runner mixed with crafting and mixed with an idle component. You run to collect materials.
So he just took like 3 of the most popular mobile games
with said materials. And of course you have to wait for the structures to be made, introducing the idle side. Meanwhile, all of the dialogue in this game is very robotic. It looks like it was written by an AI, or more realistically, it looks like it was written by someone with broken English. I feel like there's no way that Unspeakable himself actually played this game before approving it, and if he did, he clearly did not care about the quality of it. These dialogue
looks pretty good.
At the very least could be quickly and easily taken care of, but in general, this is not anything new for YouTubers. There are so many bad and lazy games made by YouTubers out there. At the end of the day, this is just another one.
Oh, you're gonna tell me Annoying Orange has a game? What the fuck? How? In the year 2022? The Annoying Orange has a mobile game?
Out there. At the end of the day, this is just another one. However, the main thing that sets itself apart from the rest is how obviously it's trying to mooch off of Minecraft's popularity in name and visuals. In my opinion, this is obviously done to trick Unspeakable's young audience into thinking that this may be a real Minecraft game, which it obviously isn't. With that being said, the game itself obviously is not a Minecraft ripoff. As far as I know, the game is original, or as original as a runner game can get. So in all, this game does not bother me too much. much. What does bother me a bit more is that towards the top of the descriptions in all of his recent videos is text that reads, "Play new games," with a link to unspeakable.com/pages/play-games.
Sounds like an
there
old
you
gore
will see
site.
a big selection of random games to play, along with sketchy advertisements. At first, it's really hard to tell if this is some kind of hub where you can play games from other websites, or if these are all original. And that confusion comes from how Unspeakable puts his name and logo at the
Well, without even going there myself, I'll tell you, these aren't all original. This is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This is Plants vs. Zombies, Mario. This is definitely just like a hub for these games. And right away, this 3 easy steps, click start. This was one of the OG phishing scams from back in the day when you were trying to download software. So it was big for Sony Vegas in particular. You'd go to like Sony Vegas for free, and one of the first things that would pop up on the SEO for Google would be one of these sites where it's like, here's Sony Vegas for free. And it has shit like this where it's like, you download the launcher, you click start, install, there it is. But all it is just malware. Dude, that's an ad. Oh, what? Oh, that just opened up a memory though. Okay, hey, good for Unspeakable not doing that then, I guess.
Unspeakable puts his name.
I can't even remember the last time I tried traversing the internet without an ad blocker.
Text, which no one does. This is the website's way of making sure you're 16 before.
It is still a scam though. Like,
so
it doesn't
collect your data and.
Let's make it clear. It doesn't nullify the point. It just so happens it wasn't on his site. I thought it was on his site. Still definitely a scam. Here's a little rule of thumb: never click on the ads like that though, because that shit will fuck you real quick.
Show you personalized ads, but I feel like how they do it is very misleading. Of course no kids are going to read the text, and I mean it just looks like they're saying that the game is theirs by putting their logo on top of the game. They could have easily just put the text there. There's no specific reason they need their logo there. Plus there's games that don't have this message on their website. I want to say maybe it's because some of these games don't have ads in them, but from what I found, that's not consistent. Some of these games do have ads in them and some of them don't. So I don't know, it just seems to be not consistent. But at the very least, it doesn't seem like these games were stolen. You can see they just put this text over the games before they load, which leads me to believe that they were properly embedded. Okay, let's now break down this website as a whole. The first category is trending games, and oh look, their game is in the middle. How convenient. However, Squid Challenge is the first game on the list, so let's take a look at that. I don't even have to say it, but they're directly copying Squid Games in every way. Most of the games from the show are in this game. However, they're all so mundane or just control awkwardly. The game is very short and just starts you over as soon as you complete it. So yeah, the game is just kinda dumb. It's blatantly ripping off Squid Games and they're not really taking any creative liberties here, like how Danny did with Crab Game. Another game is called Imposter. It's essentially Among Us, but you play as the imposter and all you do is try to kill NPCs and attempt to get away with it. I tried to play it, but I'm not sure how you're supposed to win. I kept getting ejected no matter what I did. There are Fruit Ninja.
Oh wait, that was the game? Wait, what? How is that legal? That is just Among Us. Wait. I thought he was just like showing an example of what the game would have looked like. That's just like a straight up copy and paste ripoff. That has to be illegal.
Supposed to win. I kept getting ejected no matter what I did. Their Fruit Ninja ripoff is called Cut Fruit, and it's basically the same game as Fruit Ninja, but it just doesn't cut the fruit half the time. I think you get the point of what kind of games are on this website. They're mostly just these bad ripoffs of popular games or shows, I guess. There's even an entire Minecraft category. I'm surprised they even called the category Minecraft. All of the ripoffs have unique names like Blockcraft, Block World, Buildcraft, Craft Mine Game, and even Mine Clone. They're basically admitting that this
Craft Mine Game, I've always said, is better.
Alright, there's two more games I want to quickly point out. The first one is FlipSurf.io. It's a terrible surf racing game that I'm pretty sure is impossible to win. But anyway, I put FlipSurf.io in my search bar because I wanted to find the original game, and what I found is a place called Kevin Games where you can play the game and like a million others. From here I decided to join the Discord. Once I did, I had to verify myself via a bot to gain full access. So once I verified, I was given an invite link, even though I was already in the server. I'm not saying for certain that that link is a scam, however, I am not clicking it. Okay, so the one that I found on this website is a game called Angry Snakes. The
Unbelievable.
Game, of course,
Don't want to give
the
yourself
lovely,
malware?
unspeakable disclaimer at the start, but once you click play, the game never loads and you get this lovely file that automatically downloads to your computer without any consent. I of course immediately deleted the file, so I have no idea what was on there, but needless to say, that's very concerning. As far as I can tell, that file could be anything, including
Yeah, you definitely didn't get rid of the virus that was there.
Earlier, this website
100%. That's on your PC.
The ads
still.
in general are obviously
That doesn't get rid of it.
deliberately made to trick young people into clicking them, therefore making the website more money. And if you were wondering, all of the ads lead to other sketchy gaming websites that are basically the same thing. I'm not sure if Unspeakable or anyone on his team are actually in control of these ads, but either way, they're everywhere and they end up being never-ending cycles of going to these sketchy websites. In general, this isn't anything new. Websites for Flash games have been doing this for as long as I know of. But at the end of the day, a YouTuber with the reach of potentially over 30 million people is directly promoting this. And keep in mind, Unspeakable and his team have only made one video game, and usually YouTubers just promote their one video game instead of an entire website full of other sketchy bad
Yeah, that is
games.
kind of weird.
Now, I'm obviously not saying Unspeakable needs to be cancelled or anything. I hope nobody is getting that impression. This really isn't like a huge deal or anything. It's absolutely sketchy, no doubt, and not the most moral way to make money. However, given his videos, I can't imagine he's even doing YouTube for the art of it. But again, his videos are ultimately harmless. And to be fair, there's always a chance he doesn't realize that his website is problematic. But I just think this entire thing is so sketchy. I mean, I've critiqued mobile games for doing the same kind of stuff before, so this is not a new take coming from me. And when you add his large and probably young audience in the mix, it makes this already slimy way of making money even
That's a lot of Flash
slimy.
games.
I wasn't initially planning on making this topic into its own video. If it wasn't for that one file that downloaded while I was playing Angry Snakes, then it wouldn't have been. But my thought process is that if I found this after only playing a handful of games, then there easily could be more dangerous things out there on this website. I really did want to explore this website more for the sake of this video, but once I got that file downloaded, I stopped going on the website for the sake of my computer and potentially my information. I don't feel comfortable going on the website anymore. At the end of the day, there are worse things you can do with an impressionable audience, no doubt about that, and aside from that random download, this is really just a slimy way of making money. But I do think this was worth its own video to hopefully draw attention to it. And to be clear, I don't hate Unspeakable at all, nor do I want anybody to attack or harass him because of this video. Honestly, all I want is for the page to be taken down or seriously reworked, and that's all I have on this topic. My next video will be the video that I originally intended to make, where I look at more video games made by YouTubers. So I hope you're looking forward to that, and I hope to see you there.
That was a good video. I think that was still pretty thorough, all things considered. I mean, no reason to sacrifice this whole PC for it if you don't want to use a virtual machine. Nice. Is this right? Is this right? I'm not an expert. Just the file download like that should be fine unless they drop the 0 day, with no way they did. They get paid per install, so they install multiple viruses from many bad people. Is that actually like a money making thing? Because I remember that would happen sometimes a long time ago.